Are you ready with the sound check? Sound check, 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 check. All right. Good evening. My name is Maureen McElligott, and I'm happy to be talking to you tonight. The topic of my talk is decisions, decisions, decisions. And my theme is beyond the law of attraction to action. We've all heard, hopefully by now, of the law of attraction. Starting with Dr. Holmes, Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science. He defined the law of attraction something like this. Creative mind receives our thought, and then it does something. It's creating something for us. What it creates kind of depends upon, no, it doesn't kind of depend upon, it really depends upon what we're thinking. And what we shall attract will depend upon that on which our thoughts dwell. So the more we think about it, the more it happens, right? We think about it, we focus on it, we have a mental image of it, it happens. Then jump ahead to personal coach and author, motivational speaker Paul Boynton, who just recently, actually January 2014, released a book called Begin with Yes, and I've just finished his book. And he talks about the law of attraction being a principle centered on the belief that thoughts and feelings are energy, and that like attracts like. So I've heard people say, with this law of attraction, that, oh, they focus on what they want, and they focus on it, and they focus on it, and they focus on it, and it doesn't happen. So what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And I say, I don't know. But sometimes I think that limiting thoughts, I know limiting thoughts get in my way, and maybe they're getting in other people's ways too. And also there's the negative use of the law of attraction. That's the worrying use. That's my use sometimes. Well, I'm letting go of it. That's the, oh no, oh no, oh no, I have to give a talk. Oh no, something's going to go wrong. Oh, somebody ripped my shirt. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I'm nervous. Oh no, oh no. Okay, no. Whew. Let go of that one. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm fine. So, I know that I'm limitless because God is limitless. And I want to stop putting limits on my desires. Stop putting the brakes on. Push the gas pedal and go. Minister, teacher, and author Raymond Charles Barker wrote in The Power of Decision back in the 1960s, "You are the unlimited creation of an unlimited source that is forever giving you its unlimited ideas and its unlimited potentiality." Is that enough unlimited for you? Is that enough limitless for you? I'm there. So I have to ask myself, do I really know what I want? Do I really think I can have it? And that's where sometimes I think the buck stops. I think big. But then there's this little voice inside me that says, no, you can't have that. What makes you think you can have that? And that keeps it from happening. And that's my limiting belief. Do I think I can deserve it? Well, you betcha. Okay. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So now I'm going to jump forward to this law of action. And Paul Boynton, the author, says there are always answers to be found. And when we find them, we'll uncover actions that move us forward. We ask ourselves questions to uncover the actions, and we know that as we take these actions, that our reality will shift. We will find ourselves moving toward a better place. So I ask myself, what is it that I really want? What do I want? not to what do people say I can have, not to what do I think I deserve, but what do I want? And also ask myself, how am I going to go about getting it? Where am I going to start? Where am I going to begin? When am I going to begin? What's the first step that I'm going to take? Boynton believes that the secret to having a good life is less about having a positive attitude. That's important. Having a positive attitude helps. It does. I know that. But more about taking positive actions, taking the steps, what he calls begin with yes. What we do affects how we think. Oh, not how we think affects what we do, but what we do can also affect how we think. So just kind of looking at it a little different way. Shifting, always shifting. And it also affects the kinds of experiences we have. Well, he quotes an ancient Chinese wisdom story. When is the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Thank you, Janice. 20 years ago. When's the... Because then we'd be sitting under the shade now enjoying the beauty of it. When it leaves, of course. When's the next best time to plant a tree? Right now. So if I didn't do it 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and I'm looking and saying, oh my gosh, I'm 60. Really? I'm going to start now? Well, why not? Why not start now? The best time, the next best time, really the best time to start is now. So, why is it that indecision gets us stuck? I have a story about indecision. I have 2 wonderful, wonderful adult sons, and I take them to dinner, go down to Redlands and take them to dinner about 1 or 2 times a month. And I arrive at their condominium, they share a condo, and I say, where do you want to go? And the first thing out of either of their mouths is, I don't know, where do you want to go? It's your town. I'm taking you to dinner, and I'm offering you the choice. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Ask him. I don't know, ask him. So then I think, okay, it's my turn. I have to start giving suggestions. How about sushi? No, last time I had sushi, it made my stomach hurt. Oh, get over it. Okay, how about we go to Thai? I really like that Thai restaurant. The older one says, Dad took us there just the other day. Oh, fine, okay. So, finally we settle upon a place. Usually it's the Mexican food place. But that's okay, because I really like that. And if I suggested that first, they might have said, nah, we've been there recently. But we always do. But there's an indecision. My real favorite story about indecision is going to a meal, out to dinner with a group. The larger the group, the better. Imagine going to lunch after service with your spiritual community. You sit down, the waiter passes out the menus, you look for a while, what are you having? I don't know, what are you having? I don't know, what are you having? What's good here? The waiter comes, what's good here? What's good here? You start to order. I always know what I want. I'm very decisive, so I say da-da-da-da-da-da. And then the next person goes, I don't know, pass. Wait, go to the next person. I'll figure it out. And, back and forth and back and forth. And then there's the person that says, I guess I'll have what I always have. Oh, really? How limiting. Maybe it's the best thing on the menu, but really, how limiting. So, that's indecision. That's indecision. I like decision. Wrong decisions? Have I jumped into a decision ever and later lived to regret it? I've had a few of those. Yes, we all have. But we call them major life lessons. We call them learning opportunities. I'd rather make a decision and have it turn out to be, oops, the wrong one, and so I have to regroup and maybe I'll do this instead, than to sit in indecision and fear all my life and not make a decision. So that's how I feel about that. So the power of decision, as Dr. Barker says, we're changing our beliefs, we're making a decision, We're changing our lives. And I liked the reference in an earlier talk about not being the whiny kid. Also, the kid who says, you decide for me. I can't make a decision. That's back to the indecision. You decide, I don't know. What do you think? What should I do? I don't know. Ooh, that's the whine, and that's the kid. And don't go there. Not with me. So, do we make a difference by our actions? Obviously we do. I want to tell you a story about Valerie Weissler, I think her name is. And this was reported in the Christian Science Monitor online. The question was, what motivated a 14-year-old girl to start a movement? She started a movement, an online movement, to help teens stand up to bullying through acts of kindness. Well, what motivated her was being bullied. She said that she always seemed to gravitate toward the odd ones out. She'd make friends with the new kid, with the strange kid, with the janitor at school, and people made fun of her. And as they made fun of her, she didn't like that. She said, I've been bullied because of it. I'm thankful, though, she said, for those tormentors. Because facing them each day is what gave her the strength to do what she did. And she decided to start this movement it's called the Validation Project, to validate people, to tell them, you matter. You matter to me. I like what you're doing. To give them a smile. Hey, nice to see you. You know? To say to the janitor or to the teacher, thank you, thank you. Just the little words. But mostly she was doing it to her fellow students. And she found that the more she did that, the better she felt. So she was getting the double whammy. I notice that when somebody validates me, I feel better. But I feel even better when I tell somebody else, good job. And so in 1 year, she's 15 now, in 1 year, this movement has spread to all 50 states. It's international. They have online service projects, and it's kind of a big deal. It's called the Validation Project. And she decided to make a difference. She decided to make a difference because she didn't like being bullied. She didn't like how that made her feel. And she decided that she wanted to do something about it. So a really good example of making a decision. All right, so the power of decision, changing our beliefs, taking action steps, changing our lives. There's that question, what would I do if I knew I could not fail? Well, I'm going to modify that a little bit. What would I do if I really didn't care a whole lot if I failed the first time? Because, I can always redo it. So what would I do? What is the desire of my heart? I had a teacher ask me that at a class recently, and it was like, what is the desire of my heart? Whoa, where do I start? And the more I think about that, the more it excites me to take those steps to do something in my life that I want to do. And that is going to have a profound effect on me, giving myself permission, no limits, I'm going to do it. And it also has an effect on the people around me, because when I do my heart's desire, when I pursue what makes me happy, then the people around me, they just can't help but be happy too, or happier. So there's a quote from Psalm 20, verse 4. May the Lord give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. And that's what I wish for you. Thank you. I left off a quote at the end that I really liked. Can I tell you? Okay, I'm going to tell you. No permission. I'm telling you anyways. All right, I found this on Facebook on one of my favorite sites called Hippie Peace Freaks. Yeah, I'm a hippie peace freak. It says, If we wait for the moment when everything, absolutely everything, is ready, we shall never begin. And I love that. I just love that. So, how did I feel? Super. Even wearing white, I felt super. And I didn't even wear white at my wedding. Okay. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Yeah, I cut